Welcome to this knowledge area under Chapter 8 in the PMBOK 5th edition, covering the topic on project quality management. This slide, which I dubbed the 2 times table, reason being that a 2 times table is what students at elementary school would know off the cuff. 2 4s are 8, 2 3s are 6, etc., etc. This content on this slide needs to be memorized, must be known, and we will be focusing on chapter 8, that is on project quality management, where there are 3 process elements, namely plan quality management, perform quality assurance, and control quality. These are the 3. But for again, all students doing the CAPM and PMP exam, they are strongly advised and encouraged to understand the content and memorize these process groups, knowledge areas, and the 47 process elements that are presented here. Many persons may have experienced what we call poor service or poor quality product, poor service or poor result at some point in time in our career. The slide before us depicts someone at an eatery. They said they have been waiting for 30 minutes and there's no service. That group of customers, this is poor quality. So we'll be focusing really on what is quality. How do we measure it? How do we ensure that it can be attained? And what steps can we take also in terms of looking at the quality assurance element? And when deliverables are actually produced, how do we ensure that those deliverables adhere to the quality requirements? So let's take an example of dealing with quality. How do you know if this product being shown is of high quality? This Q box 809 ASD, how do we know it's of high quality? Some may say, well, it looks like high quality, but we're not sure. There are a couple of options or scenarios we can play before us. Scenario 1, you press the button, but nothing happens. So is it a high quality product or not? Scenario 2, you press the button and a voice comes out of the box saying, you press the button incorrectly. From this, can we say this is a good quality product? Scenario 3 says you press the button and the box heats up to 400 degrees Celsius. Of course, it being too hot, you drop the box and it shatters into hundreds of pieces. So you're probably still in a quandary wondering, I have no idea what these tests prove. Because these tests doesn't necessarily say to me that this is a good quality product. However, if you have a user manual that says this particular device is a heating element for an industrial oven and it must heat up to exactly 400 degrees in 0.7 seconds, must have a large, easy to press button. So if there is a specification manual, if there's something that outlines the specification configuration of this box, then we can compare what the manual says to the actual performance. And then we can say, well, whether or not it's a quality product. The quality now would be defined by or depend on or crafted by the specification manual details. So it's saying here that quality is dependent on whatever has been specified. So from a definition sample, we can look at quality is the measurement of how closely your product or any product meets its requirements. So for quality to exist, there must first exist requirements, because you are comparing the requirements that is so stated with what this product, service, or result actually depicts. So what is quality? We have some definitions. 1, conformance to requirements, i.e. meeting written specifications, as we saw with the previous example. Another definition is fitness for use. That is, a product can be used as it was intended. So I recall early in the days of computers, when you had the optical drive, right, the CD drive, and some people actually thought that the CD drive was something to hold your coffee mug or your coffee cup, right? But that's not the intended purpose. So fitness for use means ensuring that a product can be used as it was intended. Another definition is the degree to which a set of inherent characteristics will fulfill requirements. Yeah, so a vehicle, for example, one would expect a vehicle, a car, to have built-in safety features such as the ABS braking system. That is an inherent characteristic. It's supposed to be part of the vehicle, the aspect of safe brakes, right? So another definition is just this: the degree to which a set of inherent characteristics fulfill requirements. So here we have three definitions that we can work with in terms of what is quality. There are a few quality theorists, and let's list them off. The three: Joseph Duran, and his focus was on fitness for use, as we saw a while ago, the 80-20 principle. Next was Mr. Deming, who looked at the 14 steps to TQM, and also a big advocate for the PDCA cycle, like plan, do, check, act cycle, and it is really an excellent model for